All right, now here's some first impressions on two games that I played at Comic Con today. The first game was Gears of War 4, which was a demo, not the beta that came out a few months ago about just playing online. It was actually part of a story mode, which was pretty cool. It was short, but man, it was sweet. And the second one is going to be Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which was actually used in VR. And before I get to that, let's talk Gears of War first. Gears of War looks awesome. It was quite an adrenaline rush the first 5 minutes. I think it lasted at least seven, but it was pretty good. I mean, I noticed that the protagonist has a Lancer, but once you select it, it says custom Lancer, which I don't know what it means. It plays the same. It has the action reload. You know, when you reload the gun, and you press at a certain spot, and you get the super bullets with extra damage. It has that. And I noticed that there was a team of four. One was a woman, one was some other guy, and the third one was actually Marcus Phoenix. He was with you, and he was guiding you to tell you what to do, where to go, and when. The woman who was in the group was asking him questions about something about history on what happened to the area that you're in, something about the emulsion, if they're using fuel as emulsion, and Marcus responded something that this place was used with it was fueled by gas or something, and they're saying that wow, that was before D-Day, but I really don't understand what happened, but I noticed that whatever damage that was caused before has done major damage to the environment, because in one section of the game you see this lightning tornado ripping through like the battlefield. Pretty much this tornado is coming after you, and the cool part about this is that there's like environmental obstacles, like you're shooting right by a tornado. The winds are howling. The enemies, they look like locusts but infected or mutated, or maybe an evolution of some way. But that part was one of the coolest parts, because when you try to run, the wind is running against you, so you're running a little bit slower with with your arms over your face, protecting yourself. Whatever you shoot, like if you shoot something off, it flies in the wind. Also, if you have any lobbing weapons that you lob, like a grenade, it'll be carried by the wind, so you need to actually how to say, time your throw. Also, if you have like a boom shot, it gets carried in the wind, so you got to actually kind of anticipate the shot when you shoot that. That was very cool. I was very impressed. The bullets don't go with the wind much, probably because I mean how fast they're going or whatever. It didn't affect the bullets or shotguns or whatever. But and also I noticed that if you have any heavy guns, like I forgot what that gun was called, when you actually hold it and you aim it, you set it on the ground or you set it on an actual on a barricade, and you stay like in the how do you say it? You're stationary and you can't move. It's like a Gatling gun. Well, that gun, you could actually run with it and you could hop over obstacles with it, which in the past you couldn't. You would always drop it, or you can't, if I remember correctly. But overall, the game was very, very nice. It was action packed. I mean, it was very good, bloody. I mean, even like when I told you about how like the whirlwind's rolling around, if you make somebody explode, an enemy explode, you see their flesh flying in the wind, if it's either towards you or on the side or whatever. It was very cool. It was insane. I noticed that like when you try to go through certain areas, you see rubble breaking and like stuff breaking around you, kind of like Uncharted 4. You know how you try to climb up a ladder, but then it breaks and try to go somewhere else. It was kind of like that. So it was very heart pounding. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And I noticed that this stand was actually how do you say it, endorsed or made by GameStop, and they gave me these 2-pack of cards. They're in a package, kind of like how you would buy a baseball cards in a package, something like that. There's these two set of cards, and they're telling me that these cards would give you extra stuff on your avatar and also in the game, and also buffs. So it was like avatar, skins, and buffs. So I got 2 packs. That's pretty cool. And if you pre-order there, they give you like this free Comic-Con type poster of Gears of War, and also more of those baseball card looking packages, and also got a pin, which is pretty cool too. So yeah, so I mean, I wonder how those I haven't opened my cards yet. I should open them and take a picture of it, but I have them there. So very good game. It looks very promising. The graphics look as you would expect, so looking really, really forward to that. And next is Resident Evil. Now this I spoke to somebody outside who was how you say was ushering people in, and I was talking to him. I was like, "So what part of the game is this? Is this the demo? Because if it is, I already downloaded it and played it." And he goes, "No, no, no. It's a little different. It's less interactive. It's more like a movie kinda, and it's only released to the press, or it was released to the press, and you use the Sony virtual reality gear, Morpheus or whatever it's called." So I was all right. So I was into it. I'm like, let's do this. And this section or part of the game is called the kitchen. So that was pretty, I was like, all right, let's see what's up with this. So it was a kind of a cool booth because the booth was like a big, creaky, old house. This was inside the convention, by the way. And you see there's these four doors. And you know, once they usher you in, you open the door and it's a small room with cobwebs and like you would see in the game, So that was pretty cool, pretty immersive. So they made me sit in this chair and there's a TV in front of me, but you're not going to watch the TV because you have the VR set anyways. So he puts the VR set on me and he calibrates it and everything, and you pretty much are the cameraman that was tied onto the chair. That's your role. You're the cameraman. So once you press start or A, whatever, you move the controller and you could see your hands. And you can see with such detail that I didn't know that your hands were actually tied with zip ties. I could see like there was two sets of zip ties which were like intertangled between your wrists. In the game, I didn't even notice there were zip ties. I thought they were like black shoestrings or whatever the hell they were. But yeah, they're zip ties. So I'm looking at my hands, looking around, and it's pretty much the same. The same thing when you wake up and the guy is on the floor. But in order to start the game, I needed the controller was showing to push forward or move the controller forward. So when I move the controller forward, my hands knocks the camera over, the camera that was right in front of me in the game. So the camera falls over, and then that's when you see your friend or the guy that you're with on the floor. It's pretty much the same thing as the demo that we downloaded, but there's something a little bit extra. But so the guy gets up, and he's saying, all the stuff that you have to play the demo to understand. But he comes up and he tries to cut the zip ties. And meanwhile he's cutting the zip ties, I'm paying attention to the upper right hand corner because I know when I play the game, something stabs the shit out of him. So I'm looking there, and this time the monster does not fall, but it ends up sneaking around a table that's there, and she kind of squats and runs right behind him and stabs him. And once she stabs him, she looks at you, and you get a good look at this thing. I mean, it looks like a maniacal zombie, like a zombie maniac. It looks disgusting. It looks pretty cool. The graphics are insane. I thought I would smell the breath of this damn thing. It's in front of you. It wants to lick you. And after that, it actually, wait, when was that? No. After that, after she looks at you, she tries to put the knife in your eye, and you could see the actual thing trying to get in your eye due to the virtual reality. So I'm kind of squinting. I'm like, trying to, hopefully it doesn't stab me in what way, or hopefully the guy working for the booth doesn't touch me, or if that's part of the thing. But she puts the knife very close to your pupil and eyelid. And then she gets knocked over by the guy she actually stabbed. He's still alive. So once she gets knocked over, she stabs him repeatedly. And then she drags him across the floor, drags him to a corner which you can't see him, and then you hear all this gargling. I don't know if she's eating him or whatever. And I'm sitting there trying to get out, but you can't. And all of a sudden you see she throws the head at you. She throws it at you, and it falls on your feet, and it rolls on the floor. So there's the head. And the headset has great 5.1 surround sound because you hear her scurrying around. You hear her scurry behind you. You don't see her, but she scurries behind you. You hear her kicking some trash or cans, and then and you just hear her breathing on your neck. She's breathing. She's behind you, but you can't put your head all the way back. And then you see her hands go across your face, and she smears the blood all over the screen like if you're smearing it on your face. It was fucking disgusting. And then she just comes in front of you. She actually comes upside down, and then you see her mouth almost trying to eat you. She stabs your knee, And of course, you can't do nothing. You're trying to do shit, but you can't do nothing. She stabs your knee, and all of a sudden you just see her face go against yours, and I think she eats your face off. I really don't know, but and that's pretty much it. And I think the game is totally directed towards the VR. The VR experience is so immersive, and that's what we look for. Well, that's what I look for these days: immersion. If it's story, graphics, if it's not good graphics, how about the stories that are immersive? But it is extremely immersive, and that game needs to be played with the VR. So that was excellent. So that's pretty much my update on that, and I do look forward to these two games. I mean, I already reserved my copy of Gears of War on Amazon. I want that statue of the protagonist on a motorcycle, so with the Outlander outfit, so that's pretty cool. So if you have any questions, anything else, please leave them at the comments section below, and please like and subscribe. If not, hey, that's cool. Hopefully this entertained you or kept you awake at work or anything. So yeah, I appreciate you for watching, and you have a great day. Peace and game on.